Hello everyone. In this session, I came up with SolidWorks flow simulation demo. So this is the model Volvo bus. So in this, I'm having three different configurations. So in the configuration, I have added the back flaps of angle of attack 40 degree and 50 degrees. So at the top, flap has having 40 degree angle of attack, and the side has 50 degrees here. And same for modified 60-70. The topmost is 60 degrees and the side are 70 degrees angle of attack. Okay, now with SolidWorks flow simulation, we're gonna just run the external flow analysis to calculate coefficient of drag and drag forces on all the three configurations. Let me switch to default and let me just showcase in modified what actually I did is. So removing the fillets, this was the shape, and then actually I used loft and then added the fillet at the corners and then shelled it. Okay, after shelling it, used another extrude to connect here as the fillets were there, so it was giving so much issues while simulation. So to patch it up, so I used this. So for manufacturing, or in the manufacturing approach, what we could do is we could generate the 3D printed shape like this, and we can directly insert at the trailing faces of the buses to implement it. Well, so let me just activate the flow simulation here. Yeah, so I'm already having the results. For our convenience, let me just activate the flow simulation tab and I'll go through simple procedure so that you can understand what actually we have done here. So modified 40-50 configuration is active. On it, I'll create the new study. I'll use the wizard so you can rename it. So let's say test run. Okay, so in this I'm gonna use the same configuration here. You could able to set the unit systems to km/h. Even you can able to set other unit systems with respect to loads and motion, acceleration, Newton, mass flow rate to grams per seconds and all. Remove that. And then moving ahead, the flow external I have set it up, and you could even use exclude cavities without flow conditions. That also you can set it up. So for now I'll just uncheck this one. You can even add the gravity. Okay, gravity towards and its y direction. You can simply add it up here. As you could see, negative y direction. So the gases, different gases are available. Newtonian gases and non-Newtonian gases, real gases and steams as well. Even all blood and all the stuffs are available. So with as per your requirement, you can able to select the required fluids. If you want, you can add up the new flow type, laminar as well as turbulent. As per the requirement, software gonna deal with that, program controlled. So here I'll set the pressure as environmental pressure. I won't change it, and the temperature I'll keep it as default. You could able to set it 30 degrees Celsius room temperature. I'm not worried about it. So right now I'll add the 80 km/h as my speed, velocity along x direction. As you could see, the symbol indication, you need to remember this. Fine, so I'll just finish this setup. Once you do that, so SolidWorks gonna give you the, I think I have selected internal flow instead of external flow here, right? Yep, I'll change it to external. Okay, so initially your bounding box will be like this. You can even set it to short one using manual method is also there, and you can direct use the numerical input over there. It's totally depending upon your requirement. To avoid misjudgments, you can use your triad to set it up properly. Okay. Well, we are done with our bounding box. This is fine for me, so we can even hide this one for now. Once we're done with, as we already predefined our inlet boundary conditions, you don't need to worry about it here. The goals, you can set it up, and the goals for me, can even select the static pressure and mass flow rate. For now I just need the F of Y force, so I need to calculate the drag force on it. I'll select F of Y force, I'll click OK. So once that is done, I want even coefficient drag value, so I'll just select the equation based. So I need to type the equation here. So instead of wasting time here, let me just copy the equation. So let me just copy from here. So this is the drag coefficient formula. I'll just explain it how it gonna work, so you don't need to worry about it. So I'll add it up here, equation, and paste it up. So CD is unit, no unit left, so can even set it to CD. So CD, coefficient of drag, which is equal to two types of force. So here Fy1 is that, so you need to set it up to Fy1. Okay, and then divided by density into velocity square into area. This area is the frontal area, you need to remember that. You don't need to be confused with this. The SolidWorks or any software will take the frontal area as a reference to deal with the coefficient drag and lift forces. So frontal area, how to calculate it here? So let me just click on green check here. To deal with frontal area, I'll just select these all the faces which I needed. Okay, you can even select these all the faces, and this to deal with this, you can go ahead with the evaluate and select measure. It's gonna give the value here 10.23. so I have even selected the these faces, so it's gonna on an average 10.6. okay, so I took this 10.6 meters square as my reference for frontal area, and I have added into this. So velocity is 80 kilometers per hour, and over there in meters per second it is 22.22. so velocity square is this much, and the density of air is 1.225 kg per meter square. So everything is fine. So we have applied the equation goals as well as the drag force. So now just time to mesh it. So I'll keep the mesh as default, and I'll just run the study. Once you run the study, you're gonna get the results in the form of these. So let me just load the results. Once you are previously run the studies, you would be having this one. Okay, and this is the cut plot which you can generate it. So here, as you could see, the streamlines as well as the verticity which has been generated here, and the velocity distribution. So now surface plot. So I have added the pressure plot over there. As you could see, the pressure where is maximum and where it is minimum. So at this location also it is kind of maximum. Okay, it is more over there. And then dealing with the next thing is you can even add the iso surfaces as per your requirement. This is the velocity iso plot, so you can even deal with that. So next thing is the flow trajectories. So this is how the flow trajectory is gonna act on. This is the you can even animate each and every flows plots. There are some limitations. You need to check whether it's gonna work for all the plots or not. Okay, so this is the animation for it. as you could see at this location it is giving the vorticity. So compared to the default one, the vortices originating here is kind of less. Okay, fine. So once you're done with this, so next thing is to deal with goals which we have set it up, right? So I'll simply select this and I'm gonna just click on show to drag as well as coefficient of drag. So my average drag value is 806.944 and the coefficient drag is 0.25, which is as expected. So by adding the rear flap, I have just reduced coefficient of drag from 0.56 to 0.25. okay, and if you want to compare the results, we have the tool to compare the results, that is compare. Over there you can select the required plots and you can just check it here. Equations, as you could see the CL values. So for modified 40-50 angle of attack it is 0.25, and for 60-70.38 by adding the rear flap, and then again the default it is 0.57. so for the trucks and buses, see the coefficient of drag is 0.5 to 0.10, sorry 1, so it will vary in between. So by adding the rear flaps, so gonna decrease the drag coefficient and even it will decrease the drag force. It is 813 and for these two it is somewhat on an average of 1000 plus. So by this we conclude that adding the rear flaps to the buses as well as trucks gonna decrease the drag force. By that you can increase the mileage. Every 10 kilometers or every 40 kilometers it's gonna save on an average of 1 liter, so that will be huge for us.